So just got the oil pan out. Accidentally, I didn't realize it was going to come out. On this 2005 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4.4 liter V8, 4.7 liter V8. So what I did, and I'll let you know, these bolts, the three of those are in there with blue Loctite. So about busted up my knuckles and hurt myself using an impact. Because you can't drive an impact straight in. So when you take those out, I loosen them with a breaker bar, and then just used a 3/8 inch or half-inch socket driver with a it's a 16 millimeter. He's a 16 millimeter deep well, and it just was really hard to turn them because of that Loctite in there. I couldn't get my impact into here straight on, and using they're so tight, using a universal, just the universal flipped and the socket went flying across the room, so I'm lucky I didn't get hurt. Anyways, so then I took those out, then I took these out, and then I took this bolt out right up there that holds that support bracket for the half shaft. We completely removed the bolt, and I was trying to separate the axle like I found in jeepforum.com. A guy did. I could not get these axles separated for nothing, and I was just pulling on this and suddenly had the thought, after like an hour of trying to separate these axles, I thought, I wonder if that oil pan is even going to come out once I get this axle out, because the manual says to remove the entire axle. So I was pulling on this, and I pried down on the oil pan and just kept pulling back on here and prying down, and next thing I know, the oil pan fell right out. So didn't have to raise the engine, didn't have to take the axle out. Hopefully it'll go back in. The only thing I did was I did loosen this back part of the engine cradle there, and it's hanging down. You can see up there, it's hanging down a couple inches, so that gave me a little bit more room, I think. So gonna clean that, take that off and clean it. It doesn't look as bad as it did the other day now that it's sat dripping for a while. But I was told, I have my lifters keep popping off, my rocker arms, and I was told this is probably plugged. My oil sump's plugged, so they said I needed to clean that. I don't think that was a major issue, but we're gonna take it off and clean it real good. There's some debris on there. I did let it sit for a week with B12 Chem Tool while I was on vacation, and drained it and flushed it a few times with B12 Chem Tool. Never turned the engine over, but so maybe that cleaned it some already. We will see. Hope this helps you. Feel free to leave comments or suggestions to help other people.